Alrighty. I hope this comes out all right. Yeah, it's green. I can see it. My mic's working today. I was looking at Molly Ann Luna and what she's talking about. I'm going to skip over this, to be honest with you. I'll tell you the reason why, guys. I sort of, and every so often on YouTube, they'll pop up, and they'll pop up some Christian stuff. The $1 trillion machine, meaning that churches now, there's mega churches like Evolution or Elevation. Elevation with Stephen Furtick. This dude's making some big bucks, and he's got a nice house. Okay. So, I mean, in her eyes, a pastor should be poor, basically, because pastors should be poor. You know, when I was young, and I'm talking about like in my 20s, a church I attended bought a house. They had a house owned by the church, and that's where the pastor would live. Matter of fact, I think Myers Park Presbyterian Church might have done the same thing. Usually, churches have a house for the pastor to move in. Now, the idea of most Christians that are parishioners is to keep the pastor poor as can be. It keeps him humble and to serve Jesus. Right, Christians? Yeah, that's what you believe. It used to be it still is in small towns. The church is the center of the community, and the community is around the church. The pastor basically has a measly income, and people are happy. But here comes the fact that what Molly Ann Luna doesn't know is in the United States we have capitalism. Capitalism is based on greed and profit, and basically stepping on anybody that you can. That's why I don't like capitalism at all. You know, it's a very poor way to have a government. I'm a socialistic type dude. I like socialism. Now I can hear Donald Trump right now. Well, I tell you what, I got my billions of dollars. I got 3 jets. I own about a quarter, if not half, of New York City. Like I said, I mean, money is the root of all evil. I'll say it over and over and over and over again. It really is. But I'm not a religious person anymore. I'm really not. Primarily because I see religions exactly what they really are. Now, spirituality, that means that there's spirits around me right now. I don't believe that at all. I think that really it's all mysticism. It's made up stuff. It's mysticism. My sister got into the New Age stuff, has a spiritual spirit that's helping her out and guiding her in her life. And then we believe in the guardian angels, angels that actually have stayed with us since childhood. I don't know. I don't know. No one knows, truthfully. We're guessers. Some people say they have seen spirits. When I was very, very young as a boy, I had a vision because I had fear. That's what I believe, personally. But I had a vision of a person in my room. Okay, but I think what it was that I had so much fear of my father that sometimes your brain, especially if you're a boy, was I awake or was I dreaming and saw that? I don't know. When I talk about the fact of not believing in a spiritual world, it's because I don't know. You see, we make up stuff with our brains. We think about things, you know. And the whole thing that I'm going to say is that really, I just don't get into it. I really don't. But in basically in capitalism, why can't a pastor be a millionaire? Christians, why can't he? It's capitalism. Make as much money as you can. Yeah. Why can't a pastor be a millionaire? I want you to ask yourself that question. Well, I'm not a millionaire. Why should he be? That's not capitalism, guys. I'm sorry. That's not capitalism at all. Now, I'm not doing well physically this morning. My gastroparesis is starting to kick in. And the fact remains is that I'm just, it's for me, I'm going to end this vlog saying I just wished I could sit down and eat. I want to eat, but I just can't. Everything I put in my stomach, it repels it. But my dear United States of America people watching this vlog, you're in capitalism. So pastors can get rich off of Christianity. They can. Now, I wrestle with it, and I'm sure Marianne Luna wrestles with it because we don't have it. We're not wealthy people. I don't live in a mansion. I don't have a jet. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just a poor dude that's on Social Security with poor health. But Marianne Luna, remember this. We are in a capitalistic society. So why can a pastor be a millionaire? And why can't churches be corporations? Thanks for watching.